Welcome to Monday. This week's Monday Motivational, Jessica and I are going to be going through an exercise we really love here. It's the deadlift. One reason why we love this exercise is because it has many implications for at home, and really it focuses on the areas of the body that we don't necessarily work out all the time. So first we're going to want to talk a little bit about why we like that, and then we're going to go through, show you how to deadlift, and then show you a few different variations of the deadlift that we use here. So why we like this is a lot of times people like to do push-ups. People like to do a lot of pushing, and that neglects the areas of the body of our upper back, a lot of the back of our legs. So working out those areas allows us to pick up something heavy off the floor. A lot of times you find yourself at home or wherever at work, and you need to pick up a heavy object from the floor. So Jessica, we're going to go through how to do that safely and properly. So Jessica, we're going to use a kettlebell. Jessica's going to stand right on over top of that kettlebell. What she's going to do, she's just going to keep the knees slightly bent. Okay, from this position, with the knees slightly bent and the back staying nice and flat, she's going to hinge at her hips. So you see how her hips push backwards as her back stays flat. And then she's going to just reverse that motion, standing back up. Hips move back up. And you'll see her feet stay flat. That's really important that the feet stay flat rather than she comes up onto the toes. So set that down. So what a lot of times I hear people say is, you have to keep the back straight. And a lot of times that's misinterpreted as keeping the back vertical. We don't want to keep the back vertical when we're doing a deadlift. You see that pushes her knees forward, and she'll actually come up onto her toes to get down to the kettlebell. We don't want that. We want to load more of her hips, keep the feet flat, so we don't put too much unneeded pressure on her knees. Okay. So now that we know how to do the deadlift, we're going to move into a couple different variations. First, the kettlebell is an excellent introductory exercise for the deadlift. And once you mastered that, we can advance on to using a HEX bar. The HEX bar is great. People find it more comfortable because it allows them to keep the hips underneath a little bit more. I'll show you it with the barbell, which is a little bit more advanced. So Jessica's going to, again, hinge at the hips, pushing the hips back, keep the feet flat, and excellent. Good. Just like that. Hips are pushing back, feet are staying flat. So the more advanced exercise of the form of the deadlift is using a barbell. The barbell puts more load onto the hamstrings and more load onto the glutes because the barbell has to be out in front of you more. The barbell has to get around the knees when she's deadlifting. We don't have the luxury of the HEX bar where we don't have to worry about that anymore. So with that barbell being out front, puts more strain on her core, on her upper back, and on her hamstrings. So this is more work on the areas of the body that we typically neglect. So good. Excellent. So where do we put deadlifts into our workout? We suggest that you put these deadlifts into the beginning of your workout after you warm up and before any of your other strength exercises. We only really recommend doing lower reps of this, nothing more than really 6. Sometimes we'll go to 8 reps if you're more advanced, but keep the reps low. You can really fatigue quickly on this exercise, and form can break down quickly because it is such a big exercise. So put this in the beginning with heavier weights and lower reps. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you need us to spot you and check form, I'm checking all of our trainers' forms all the time. I'm having people check my form all the time. Don't be afraid to ask. It's a very advanced exercise, but a lot of benefits and a lot of great things to come from this exercise. So if you have any questions, post them up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Don't be afraid to like us and subscribe to us on YouTube. Anyways, have a great week, and see you soon.